Something massive is happening on April 2, and most people have no idea, but you are meant to find this message. The moment you are watching this is not random. Something has shifted, something has opened, and if you can feel it even slightly, you are already connected to it. The pink full moon portal is now open, and what makes this moment different from any other is the intensity, the clarity, and the undeniable pull that is awakening millions of people across the world at the same time. This is not just another full moon. This is a turning point, a doorway, a powerful energetic alignment that is pushing you to see, feel, and understand your life in a completely new way. Right now, there is an invisible pressure building, almost like the air before a storm. You may have noticed your emotions becoming stronger, your thoughts becoming deeper, or your intuition becoming louder than usual. This is not confusion. This is activation. The pink full moon carries an energy that exposes truth, and when truth rises, illusions begin to fall apart. Things that once felt certain may now feel unstable. People you once trusted may feel distant. Situations you once tolerated may suddenly feel unbearable. This is not loss, it is alignment. You are being guided away from what no longer matches your frequency. As this portal opens, the first thing you need to understand is that nothing in your life is staying the same after this. Whether you are ready or not, change is already in motion. But this is not the kind of change that destroys you. This is the kind of change that reveals you. The version of you that has been hidden under fear, doubt, and limitation is now being brought to the surface. And yes, it may feel uncomfortable, even overwhelming at times, but that discomfort is the signal that you are growing beyond your old identity. At the same time, there is a powerful wave of awakening spreading globally. People are starting to question everything: their purpose, their relationships, their beliefs, and even their reality. You may feel like you are outgrowing your surroundings, like you no longer fit into the same conversations or environments. This is because your awareness is expanding. You are beginning to see beyond the surface, and once you see clearly, you cannot go back to who you used to be. This full moon is also bringing hidden emotions to the surface. Old wounds, past memories, and unresolved feelings may rise unexpectedly. You might find yourself thinking about things you thought you had already moved on from. But this is not happening to hurt you, it is happening to heal you. The portal is creating space for emotional release, and when you allow yourself to feel instead of suppress, you free yourself from cycles that have been repeating for years. There is also a strong sense of urgency in this energy, like something inside you is saying, now is the time. You may feel pushed to make decisions, to take action, or to finally let go of something you've been holding on to. This is because the portal amplifies your inner truth. It removes hesitation and forces clarity. You may not have all the answers, but deep down, you already know what is right for you. Another powerful aspect of this moment is manifestation. The pink full moon is not just about releasing, it is also about attracting. But here's the truth most people don't realize. You don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you are aligned with. And right now, your energy is being recalibrated. As you release what no longer serves you, you naturally begin to attract experiences, people, and opportunities that match your higher self. This is why some things may fall apart quickly during this time, because they are making space for something greater. You may also notice your intuition becoming stronger than ever before. Signs, synchronicities, dreams, and gut feelings will become more frequent and more intense. Pay attention to them. The universe is communicating with you in ways that go beyond logic. If something feels right, trust it. If something feels off, don't ignore it. This is a time where your inner guidance is more accurate than external opinions. As this awakening spreads, you may feel alone at times, like no one truly understands what you are going through. But the truth is, millions of people are experiencing this shift right now. You are not alone, you are just becoming more aware, and awareness can feel isolating before it becomes empowering. The more you trust your journey, the more you will begin to attract people who resonate with your new energy. This portal is also testing your strength, not in a way that breaks you, but in a way that proves to you how powerful you really are. Situations may arise that challenge your patience, your faith, or your confidence. But these are not obstacles, they are confirmations. They are showing you exactly where you need to stand firm and where you need to rise above. And finally, the most important thing you need to know is this. You were meant to experience this moment. You were meant to be here during this shift. There is a reason you feel drawn to this energy, a reason you feel something changing inside you. This is not coincidence. This is alignment with a higher path that is unfolding in real time. So as the pink full moon portal remains open, don't resist what you feel. Don't ignore the signs. Don't hold on to what is clearly trying to leave your life. Instead, Trust the process, trust the transformation, and most importantly, trust yourself. And as this energy continues to intensify, something even deeper begins to unfold within you, something that cannot be explained with logic or words alone. It's a quiet knowing, a powerful inner shift that starts to change the way you see everything around you. The same world you looked at yesterday no longer feels the same today. It's as if a veil has been lifted, and now you are beginning to notice the patterns, the signs, and the deeper meaning behind everything that is happening in your life. You may find yourself pulling away from noise, from distractions, from anything that feels forced or inauthentic. Conversations that once entertained you may now feel empty. Places that once felt comfortable may now feel heavy. This is because your energy is refining itself. You are no longer able to resonate with what is not real, what is not aligned, what is not true to who you are becoming. And while this may feel isolating at first, it is actually creating space for something much more meaningful to enter your life. At the same time, this portal is activating your awareness of time. You may feel like things are speeding up, like days are blending together, or like events are unfolding faster than you can process. This is not your imagination. When you shift internally, your perception of time also begins to change. What once took months to unfold can now happen in days, and what once felt distant now feels immediate. This acceleration is pushing you to stay present, to stay aware, and to stay connected to your inner truth. There is also a powerful clearing happening in your connections. Relationships that are not built on truth may begin to crack. You may notice misunderstandings, distance, or even sudden endings. But at the same time, you may also feel a stronger bond with certain people, as if your connection with them is becoming deeper and more real. This is the universe reorganizing your circle, aligning you with those who truly understand and support your growth. As this continues, your dreams may become more vivid, more symbolic, and more intense. You may wake up remembering details that feel important, messages that seem hidden within the images. Pay attention to this. Your subconscious is more active during this time, and it is communicating with you in ways that bypass your waking mind. What you see in your dreams may reveal what you need to release, what you need to face, and what is trying to come into your life. You may also begin to feel a stronger connection to your purpose, even if you cannot fully define it yet. It's not always a clear plan or a specific goal, but rather a feeling, a pull towards something greater, something meaningful, something that feels right at your core. This is your soul guiding you, and even if the path ahead is not fully visible, the direction is becoming clearer with each passing moment. But with this clarity comes responsibility. You can no longer ignore what you know deep inside. You can no longer pretend that things are okay when they are not. This portal is not just opening your awareness, it is asking you to act on it, to choose differently, to live differently, to step into a version of yourself that you may have been avoiding out of fear or doubt. And yes, fear may rise during this time. You may question yourself, your decisions, your path. You may feel uncertain about what comes next, but understand this. Fear is not a sign that you are on the wrong path. It is a sign that you are stepping beyond your comfort zone, into a space where real transformation happens. And every time you choose to move forward despite that fear, you strengthen your connection to your true self. There is also a sense of closure that comes with this energy. Certain chapters of your life are coming to an end, whether you are ready for it or not. You may feel a mix of emotions, relief, sadness, nostalgia, even confusion. But endings are not here to take something away from you. They are here to make room for what is meant to come next. And sometimes, the only way to receive something greater is to let go of what you have been holding on to. As the pink full moon continues to shine its light, it is illuminating not just the world around you, but the world within you. It is showing you your strength, your truth, your potential, and your power. And the more you allow yourself to see it, the more unstoppable you become. This is the moment where everything begins to make sense, even if it still feels uncertain. This is the moment where your past, your struggles, your lessons, and your growth all start to connect. Nothing you have been through was wasted. Every experience has been preparing you for this shift, for this awakening, for this new chapter that is now unfolding. So don't rush this process. Don't try to control every outcome. Instead, stay present, stay aware, stay open. Because what is happening right now is bigger than anything you have experienced before. And the more you trust it, the more you will begin to see just how powerful this transformation truly is. And as you move deeper into this shift, you begin to notice something even more powerful. Your reactions are changing. The things that once triggered you no longer hold the same control. Situations that once made you anxious or overwhelmed now feel distant, almost like you are observing them from a higher perspective. This is not detachment in a negative way, this is evolution. You are no longer reacting from old wounds, you are responding from awareness. There is a quiet strength building inside you now, a kind of calm confidence that doesn't need validation from anyone else. You may not be speaking about it, you may not even fully understand it yet, but you can feel it. It's in the way you think, the way you carry yourself, the way you no longer chase what is not meant for you. This is what awakening truly looks like. It's not loud, it's not chaotic, it's powerful in its silence. At the same time, this portal is sharpening your ability to see truth in others. You may begin to notice people more clearly than ever before, their intentions, their energy, their authenticity. Masks that once seemed convincing now feel obvious, and while this clarity is a gift, it can also feel overwhelming, because you can no longer unsee what you now understand. This is where your boundaries become important. Not everyone is meant to walk this next chapter with you, and that is okay. You may also feel a strong urge to protect your energy. Spending time alone may feel more peaceful than being surrounded by noise. You may choose silence over explanation, distance over drama, and peace over proving a point. This is not you becoming cold or distant, this is you choosing alignment over chaos. And the more you honor this feeling, the more balanced and grounded you will become. As this continues, you might notice sudden moments of clarity realizations that seem to come out of nowhere. You could be doing something simple, like walking, sitting, or even just thinking, and suddenly everything clicks. Answers you were searching for appear without effort. This is because your mind is no longer clouded by confusion. When your energy aligns, clarity becomes natural. There is also a deep sense of rebuilding happening now, not just externally, but internally. Your beliefs, your priorities, your vision for your life, they are all being restructured. What once felt important may no longer matter, and what you once ignored may now feel essential. This is you creating a new foundation, one that is built on truth instead of illusion. But understand this phase requires patience. Not everything will fall into place overnight. There may still be moments where you feel uncertain, where you question if you are doing the right thing. But even in those moments, something inside you will remain steady. A quiet voice reminding you that you are exactly where you need to be. And as this pink full moon portal reaches its peak, the energy becomes undeniable. You may feel it in your body, in your thoughts, in your emotions. It's like standing at the edge of something new, something unknown, but also something deeply familiar. Because at your core, you already know this version of yourself. You have always been this person, you are simply remembering now. This is also where your power begins to amplify. Not in a way that needs to be shown to others, but in a way that transforms your reality. The choices you make now carry more weight. The intentions you set now carry more force. The energy you hold now shapes what comes next in your life. This is why being aware of your thoughts and actions is so important during this time. You are no longer just going through life, you are consciously creating it. And with that awareness comes a final realization, something that changes everything once you truly understand it. You are not waiting for something outside of you to change your life. You are the one creating the shift. You are the one opening the door. You are the one stepping into this new reality. So as this energy settles and transforms into something more stable, more grounded, more real, take a moment to recognize how far you've come. Look at how much you've grown, how much you've released, how much you've understood about yourself. This is not a small change. This is a complete transformation of who you are becoming. And even now, as the intensity begins to settle on the surface, something much deeper continues to move within you. This is the part most people don't talk about, the after effect of awakening. When the noise fades, when the emotional waves calm down, what remains is truth. Raw, clear, undeniable truth. And this truth doesn't shout, it whispers. It sits quietly in your awareness, waiting for you to either accept it or ignore it. But you won't be able to ignore it anymore, because once you've seen clearly, once you've felt this level of alignment, going back to your old patterns will feel uncomfortable, almost impossible. You may try, even for a moment, to slip back into familiar habits or old ways of thinking, but something inside you will immediately resist. That inner voice, that awareness, will remind you, this is not who you are anymore. And this is where your real transformation begins. Not in the chaos, not in the emotional release, but in the choices you make after everything becomes clear. In the quiet moments, in the everyday decisions, in how you respond when no one is watching. This is where your new identity is formed, not through one big moment, but through consistent alignment with the truth you've now awakened to. You may also begin to notice that your energy affects others more strongly now. Your presence, your words, even your silence, it carries a different weight. Some people will feel drawn to you, inspired by you, even if they don't fully understand why. Others may feel uncomfortable around you, not because you've done anything wrong, but because your energy reflects what they are not ready to face within themselves. This is not your responsibility to fix. You are not here to wake everyone up. You are here to stay true to your own awakening. And as you continue walking this path, something beautiful begins to happen. You stop seeking external validation. You stop needing approval. You stop chasing things that once felt so important. Instead, you begin to create from a place of inner fulfillment. Your actions become more intentional. Your goals become more meaningful. Your life begins to reflect who you truly are, not who you were conditioned to be. There is also a deep sense of peace that starts to emerge, not all at once, but gradually. It shows up in small moments, in the way you breathe more slowly, in the way you no longer overthink every situation, in the way you trust that things are unfolding exactly as they should. This peace is not dependent on circumstances. It comes from alignment, and alignment is something you now understand on a deeper level. But even with this peace, there will still be moments of challenge, moments where old fears try to resurface, where doubt tries to creep back in. This is part of the process. Growth is not a straight line. Awakening is not a one-time event. It is a continuous journey of remembering, releasing, and realigning. Because now, instead of being controlled by your thoughts, you observe them. Instead of being overwhelmed by your emotions, you understand them. Instead of feeling lost, you recognize that every step, even the uncertain ones, is guiding you somewhere important. As this pink full moon energy fully integrates into your life, you may begin to see tangible changes around you. Opportunities may appear in unexpected ways. Conversations may lead to new directions. Ideas may come to you that feel inspired, almost like they were placed in your mind at the perfect moment. This is the flow that happens when you align with your higher path. Life begins to respond to you differently, and this is where many people hesitate. Because stepping fully into this new version of yourself requires trust not just in the universe, but in yourself. It requires you to let go of control, to release the need to know exactly how everything will unfold. It asks you to move forward with faith even when the path is not fully visible. And now, as everything settles into this new frequency, there is a moment, a quiet, almost invisible moment, where you realize something that changes the way you see your entire life. It's not loud, it's not dramatic, but it is powerful. You realize that nothing was ever random. Every delay, every rejection, every confusion, every breakdown, it was all leading you here. Not to test you, but to prepare you. Because the version of you standing here right now could not have existed without everything you've been through. And this realization brings a different kind of strength. Not the kind that fights, not the kind that proves, but the kind that simply knows. You begin to trust your journey on a level you never have before. Even when things don't make sense, even when the path feels unclear, there is something inside you that remains steady. A deep understanding that you are being guided, even in moments where it feels like nothing is happening. And then something shifts again. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And you start asking, what is this trying to show me? That single shift changes everything, because now every situation becomes a message, every challenge becomes a mirror, every experience becomes an opportunity to step deeper into alignment with who you truly are. You are no longer a passive observer of your life, you are an active participant in your own evolution. And with this awareness, you begin to move differently. You become more intentional with your energy. You start choosing what deserves your attention and what does not. You no longer give your time to things that drain you, to people who don't respect your growth, or to thoughts that keep you stuck in the past. Instead, you begin to invest your energy into what expands you, what aligns you, what moves you forward. This is where your power fully returns to you, not because something outside has changed, but because you have changed. And as this continues, there is a deep sense of clarity that begins to anchor itself within you. You start to see your path, not necessarily every detail, but the direction. And for the first time, that is enough. You no longer need every answer. You no longer need everything to be perfectly planned. You trust the unfolding because you trust yourself. There is also a release happening here, one final layer. A release of the need to control outcomes, a release of the fear of the unknown, a release of the old identity that once held you back. You are stepping out of survival mode and into creation mode. And that shift is everything, because when you are no longer just trying to get through life, you begin to actually live it. And as you step into this energy, something remarkable begins to happen. Life starts to meet you where you are. Opportunities begin to align with your intentions. People begin to enter your life who reflect your growth. Situations begin to unfold in ways that feel almost too perfect to be coincidence. It's the result of everything you've released, everything you've faced, everything you've chosen to rise above. This is what happens when you stop resisting your path and start walking it with awareness. And now, standing in this moment, there is one final truth that becomes undeniable. You are not the same person you were before this pink full moon portal opened. That version of you, the one who doubted, the one who hesitated, the one who questioned their worth, is no longer in control. You have moved beyond that. You have seen too much, felt too much, understood too much to go back. So take a breath and feel that. Feel the shift, feel the clarity, feel the quiet power within you. This is your new reality. This is your new foundation. This is your new beginning. And from this moment forward, everything you do, every choice you make, every step you take, it comes from a place of awareness, of truth, of alignment. The portal may slowly close, the intensity may fade, but what it awakened within you will remain. If you felt this, comment "I am ready" below and claim your transformation. Your journey starts now.